I remember the first time I heard her voice. It was barely a whisper, trapped behind the static of an old VHS I should never have found. We were rehearsing in this rundown studio in Reseda. Mold in the corners, busted pipes hissing through the walls, and the mirrors. God, the mirrors were always watching. Cracked, dusty, stained with old fingerprints that didn't match ours. Like someone had screamed against them once. Or maybe left behind a piece of themselves. Damien called it a budget cut. I called it a bad omen. The place had the kind of silence that felt too dense, like something was listening. We didn't belong there. None of us did. I found the tape under a loose floorboard near the back boiler room while searching for an extension cord. The air was cold there, too cold for a California spring, and it smelled like burnt plastic and lavender perfume, sickly sweet. Faintly rotting. It was just labeled white. Thick black marker across silver tape. The edges were sticky with what I hoped was old glue. I should have thrown it out. But I didn't. We watched it after rehearsal. Lux, Harper, Sierra and I sat huddled around a dusty TV we dragged from the lobby. It buzzed like a dying fly when we powered it on. And then, there she was. A girl, alone in a dim room. Pale, thin, trembling. Her face was half covered by her hair. She sang the melody softly at first, like she was afraid of it. Like it might hurt her. Her voice rose with every verse, beautiful and wrong, trembling with something feral. No auto-tune. No backtrack. Just her. And blood, thin and sudden, trickled from her nose right before the tape cut to static. None of us spoke for a long time. Then Harper whispered, "Let's try it." I told her no. I felt sick. Like her voice had crawled into my chest and nested behind my heart. But Damien loved it. Said it was raw, viral, exactly what we needed. We changed the lyrics. Just a little. Harper recorded the demo. We posted it. It exploded in a matter of hours. The comments flooded in, haunting, obsessed, "This song changed me." But Harper changed too. She started singing it under her breath, even when we weren't in studio. Said it was stuck in her throat. She stopped eating. Slept with the lights on. She told me she dreamed of mirrors, too many mirrors, and a girl standing behind them whispering, "You took my name." Then she fell. The studio stairwell. 13 steps. A clean crack to her skull. She survived. But she hasn't spoken a word since. After Harper's accident, I became lead. I didn't want to. But the label insisted. Damien said, "This is your moment, Avery. Own it. Grieve later." Like Harper was an inconvenience. Like trauma was a price tag. I started to sing the song. Just once. And I felt her. It's impossible to explain. But when I sang it, something slid into me. Like a second skin made of grief and glass. Like wearing someone else's heartbreak. My voice sounded better, too good. People started calling me the ghost siren online. Said they'd cry when they listened. Said it felt like the music bled. They didn't know how right they were. Sierra took over the dance for the music video. She danced like she was possessed, her body moved in contorted patterns, twisting in ways that seemed unnatural. Like she wasn't in control. Like someone else was pulling the strings. When the shoot ended, she collapsed, shaking, whispering something over and over. "She's in the mirrors." Then came the scratches. Red slashes down her arms. She said she didn't remember doing it. Her bedroom mirror was shattered into perfect spider webs the next morning, with one word written in the dust. Erase. I wake up at 3:33 a.m. every night now. The song plays from my phone even though it's turned off. The mirrors in my apartment reflect things that aren't me. Sometimes I think I see her behind my eyes. I haven't slept in days. I tried deleting the file. It reappeared. I threw out the tape. It came back. Wrapped in a white ribbon, stained red. We were supposed to perform at the Avalon that night. A label showcase. Executives. Journalists. A packed crowd who thought they were watching the birth of something beautiful. Sierra never showed. No calls. No texts. Just gone. We sent Lux to check her place. She found the front door ajar, her phone shattered on the floor, the bathtub full of black feathers. The mirror was completely fogged, though no hot water had run. There were bloody footprints leading from the tub to the fire escape. That was the last we saw of her. Police said there were no signs of foul play. But I know what I saw. The feathers weren't bird-like, they looked like something from a costume or a stage prop, like remnants of a performance no one was invited to. And the words on the mirror? Written backward in lipstick. She took my spotlight. Now she'll know what it means to vanish. The media called it a breakdown. Damien told us to smile and don't fuel rumors. He told me I was being paranoid. But when I looked at Sierra's last text to me, I knew I wasn't crazy. She watches from the glass avenue I danced for her. Now I can't stop. I had the tape digitized. I needed answers. A friend from USC Film restored it. Slowed it down. Cleaned the sound. Boosted the visual quality. What we saw made my stomach turn. The girl, she was younger than we thought. 16, maybe. Pale skin, long black hair, eyes too wide for her face. The emotion in her voice wasn't performance. It was grief. Like every word hurt her. In the final frame, she lifted her head fully, and for the first time, we saw her face. Her lips bloody. Her mouth open in a silent scream. Lux dropped her drink. She whispered, "That's my sister." I turned to her, frozen. Celeste. Celeste King. Lux's half-sister. Former teen idol. Had one radio hit in 2004 before vanishing from the public eye completely. No explanation. No death notice. Just disappeared. Lux had told us she wasn't close with her. Said her family wanted to forget the whole thing. I thought she ran away, Lux whispered. But I saw her sing once, years ago. That melody. The same one. We searched the old forums. Industry conspiracy threads. Fan pages with peeling. JPGs and nostalgic chatter. Someone posted a theory in 2016. Celeste King died during rehearsal. Odd or suicide. The label buried it. The track never released, but some say it exists. If you hear her song, you'll join her story. Lux changed after that night. She locked herself in the studio, singing the melody on loop, rewriting the lyrics, scratching them into the foam-padded walls with safety pins. She said she needed to free Celeste, said we owed her. Damien was thrilled. Called her raw. Said the pain in her voice was marketable. But she was unraveling. Lux stopped sleeping. Claimed she saw Celeste in the mirror every time she looked up. Said her reflection mouthed things differently. Like she was singing a song that hadn't happened yet. One night, she passed out mid-recording. We took her to the hospital. The doctor asked when she had her vocal cord surgery. She never had one. They said her throat was scarred, like it had been burned or torn, years ago. Like something inside had been screaming for far too long. The nurse gave me a strange look. "She keeps whispering something in her sleep," she said. "Do you know what it means?" She handed me a note. "Erase me and I erase you." That night, Lux fled the hospital. She left behind her phone. And her voice. Now it's just me. Avery Sinclair, the last girl in VERA. The media calls me the comeback queen. Billboard says I'm a haunting icon. They play our song in every bar, every TikTok, every lift I take. But I don't feel like me anymore. When I sing, I hear two voices layered in the track. Mine. And hers. Celeste. I swear her pitch overlays mine. In harmonies I never recorded. The mirrors in my apartment don't work properly. My reflection lags. It moves after I do. Sometimes it smiles when I don't. I sleep with every surface covered. Blankets over windows. Towels over mirrors. I stopped using cameras. But still. I see her. At night, she stands at the foot of my bed. Pale. Hair soaked. Lips red with blood. Her mouth opens, but no sound escapes. Still, I hear her. "Sing me back." I tried to delete the files. They came back. I smashed the VHS tape. It reappeared on my nightstand, wrapped in a white ribbon, still warm. And this morning, a message carved into my studio wall. "You're not the voice anymore. You're the vessel. They say the show must go on. Even when your group is gone. Even when your throat bleeds in the morning and you don't remember rehearsing. Even when you wake up humming a song in someone else's voice. Especially then." The label rented out the Orpheum Theater. 2,000 seats. Live streamed to millions. VERA's rebirth. Or, more truthfully, my funeral in glitter. They dressed me in white. Not my choice. A silk gown with a train like a ghost's breath. High neckline, long sleeves. No zippers. As if they were trying to seal something in. Lux was gone. Harper, unconscious. Sierra, still missing. And I was their puppet on strings made of glass. My makeup artist said I looked ethereal. I didn't correct her. Backstage, the mirror flickered. At first, I thought it was just the nerves. But then. She stepped into frame. Celeste. Her reflection overlapped mine, her lips where mine should be, her hair on my shoulders. I blinked. She didn't. Her mouth moved. "Your name doesn't belong to you anymore." I tried to scream. But no sound came out. Only the opening melody. Cue the lights. The music began. I walked on stage to thunderous applause. Flashing lights. Phone screens. Adoration like acid on my skin. My throat burned. With every note, her voice grew louder, inside me. I felt her crawling up my ribs, stretching my lungs, unzipping my soul like a dress she intended to wear. Then came the bridge. I tried to stop. My hands trembled on the mic. My jaw ached. My knees buckled. But the band played on. And I sang. And she came through. The stage lights flickered. The crowd's cheers turned to gasps. Some screamed. Some wept. Because it wasn't just me on stage anymore. It was Celeste. Projected in light, in sound, in every broken mirror's reflection. Her eyes rolled back in my head. Her mouth, my mouth, widened into a sob that became a note so high, it shattered the monitors. "You erased me. Now I erase you." Every screen in the theater bled static. Phones glitched. The live stream cut out. And then, silence. I collapsed. They said I stopped breathing for almost 3 minutes. When I woke up in the hospital, I didn't know my name. Not Avery. Not Celeste. Nothing. Just silence. It's been 7 months. The label shelved the album. The Orpheum closed indefinitely after reports of electrical malfunctions and psychosomatic hallucinations during the show. VERA is now an urban legend. The girl group cursed by a forgotten melody. Harper remains in a long-term care facility. Sierra's body was found in an abandoned theater in New York, curled beneath a mirror, her fingernails painted white. Lux was never found. And me? I don't sing anymore. But sometimes, I wake up in the middle of the night, staring into the dark, with the taste of blood in my mouth and lyrics I don't remember writing scrawled on the wall. She just wanted to be remembered. And I do. Every time I blink, I see her eyes. She's not gone. She's waiting for the next girl to sing her song. If the shadows whisper to you tonight, let them know you're listening. Subscribe for more tales that crawl under your skin. Real stories, forgotten places, and voices that never stayed buried. Until the next nightmare, sleep with one eye open. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn on the bell before the darkness does.